Now it's time to learn about comparison operator. Comparison operator are very useful operators that are being used in our Java. In previous video, we have explained every detailed concept related the arithmetic operator where we have clearly discussed each and everything with the help of a programming demonstration. But before doing the program on comparison operator, we will understand first and foremost what actually the comparison mean and why we need it. The thing is, if I give you two quantities, say for example I'm giving you quantity A and I'm giving you quantity B. Now I will tell you which quantity is greater. Say for example, if it is a static approach, I say that okay, A is equal to A is equal to for example 5 and B is equal to 2. Now it has been very clear to the user that A is 5, B is 2, that A is being greater to B, B is smaller than A. Now the thing is, if it's a dynamic approach, that means user is giving dynamically its numbers continuously. That means it's not 5 2, it can be anything. Rather than doing the greater or equal, it can be less or equal, it can be equivalent. I will show you the three basic operation right there, and you can explore other operators as well by doing your code, by doing your experiments as well. Now the thing is, we must create a logic for it. Whenever the user is putting the input, whenever the user is giving the input to the program to compare the terms, there should be a different logic. For creating the logic, we have if else block, we have other blocks that we can use. But we have not touched a block yet. We have not touched the conditional statements yet, because there is another thing is the conditional statement not a part of this lecture. I will take the same separately in upcoming videos. Now we'll understand the basic crux of the comparison operator, and we'll explain each and every concept of the proper programming demonstration. Before moving to the programming demonstration, I'll show you the fundamental operators that are being used in comparison operator. There is a greater than, that's a comparison operator. There is a less than. There is one more thing. There's a greater, less or equal. There's a greater or equal. There is equal to, that means two quantities are equal. That means there is not equal, two quantities are not equal. In this video, I'll show you both of these, and I'll show you one among the given below operators. Now the other operators you can explore by your own, and you can do some experiments on that. I have already created skeleton of my program, by which I can take the input from user, and I will create this program as dynamic. That means dynamically will take input from user, and every input there will be a clear logic. Now what we'll do right here, we will just create an if statement where we check that if the number is greater or less. I'll say simply if num1 is less than num2, then what we are actually doing, we are simply creating a system input message which will simply say that the number 2 is greater. Our program is done, is now ready to run. Let's run our program or execute our program. It's been executing, it will take some seconds, so let's wait. Okay, there is no error. It says me enter the first number. Let me enter the first number. Okay, after entering the first number, I will hit an enter, and I will enter the second number. And after entering the second number, let me hit the enter, and I will check out which block will execute. So it says me num1, that means our first quantity is greater than second quantity, that means our second if block is executed. So I will execute it for other also, and let so far the checking other blocks are being executing clearly or not. So okay, clear. So again it's clear, says me terms are equal. Okay, so this was all about comparison operator. If you enjoy this video, hit a like button and subscribe the YouTube channel and share with your friends.